Good evening, gentlemen. I'm a bit tired, mentally drained. Yeah, family court and stuff. Just wanted to thank everybody that's been supporting me on my road, on this track. In this video, I wanted to cover a few things that I experienced yesterday. I really wanted to do the video yesterday as well, this presentation that I'm doing now, just because it would have been more fresh and I didn't want to forget anything. So what I've done in this video, I've written down a few points that I just wanted to cover, giving you guys a breakdown of what I'm experiencing. There might be some things that men, due to the fact that they come from different type of backgrounds, may get offended from what I say. I don't want anyone to get offended. It's just a learning lesson. It's just my experience. So what my objective is to let you guys see, realize and understand that irrespective of your background, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color you are, because I see a lot of people arguing about race, and you know, you're probably going to get better treatment whether you're black or whether you're white. You won't. You're a man, so you're going to get the worst treatment of all, and that's what it comes down to. Now, yesterday in mediation, I'm approached. I'm pretty much explained and told that nothing can come out of this mediation. And it's a secret, pretty much. Words to the effect of, it's just a secret. Make sure nothing gets spoken of, blah, blah, blah. There's a mediator, there's solicitors in there, there's the two parties, it's actually three parties, someone representing the kids. Kids weren't there, both parents and both parties were there, inclusive of solicitors. I have never experienced misandry of the sort where it's just in your face and it's being laughed at. I may have, but maybe because this is the most recent experience that I've had, this is probably now standing out the most. Long story short, the outcome of this, I'm going to get to take my kids for a few hours. Pretty much restricted on where I can take them for the time being, because of the mother's feels, because of her anxieties. Man, the mother will use, reasons like she doesn't want to overwhelm the kids. That's why she doesn't want the children to meet their cousins yet, or their grandparents, or their aunties and uncles and members on the paternal side of the family. It will be gradual. It'll be a step at a time. I'm not after anything. I don't want people to sit there and congratulate me on this being a so-called successful thing, because it's actually offensive. And I have been congratulated via people that work in and around the family court, inclusive of satellites, people that work in the satellite administrations, satellites that orbit the family court. Now, I've previously put a video together called The Power of One Man, and I'm very sure it's Paying With Your Blood. I think it's either part 6 or part 7. I'll post a link up there. Can't mention the man's name, but this gentleman that used to work at the contact center, he's left, he's gone, doesn't work there anymore. A couple of weeks ago, my daughter asked about him. She didn't ask me about him, but she asked the supervisor about his whereabouts, and she pretty much misses this male supervisor. To be totally honest with you, I miss him as well, because he's such a lovely man, genuine, decent. Not only projected sympathy, but you could tell this guy really had genuine empathy. I think men inside some of the social administrations that work in community services are also starting to get fed up. There were some messages and some hints that showed me from people that worked in the contact center that this man pretty much left being unhappy. How can you stay at a place where you realize that there are men that are suffering? These guys haven't done anything, and that everything that they love, care for, is pretty much being used as a bargaining chip, and these men are just withering away. Their bodies are getting smaller, and they're doing everything they can, bending over backwards to do everything to make contact with their kids. In my situation, there was a gentleman that commented stating how the children and myself have to accommodate for the mother who is sick, and that's precisely what is happening in this specific matter, my matter. A mother that's been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder it's not something that is to be laughed at. I know that it's a lot worse than BPD. And I've said it before, I can actually quite easily put a video together that can pinpoint why I am totally convinced, with incriminating evidence that is, why I'm totally convinced that she has full-blown narcissistic personality disorder. But let's just go with what the psychiatrist has stated in the psychiatrist report, that she has BPD. So I have to, and so do the kids, have to pay the price and accommodate for her, bend over backwards for her. Now, the mediator laughed about a few things in there. One of the things that the mediator laughed about, and remember what a mediator is. The mediator is just a person that is in the middle of the two parties, supposed to be unbiased, impartial, pretty much negotiate. A negotiator, a person that negotiates. Mediator. I found it very offensive when this mediator laughed about the fact that I have an apprehended domestic violence restraining order put against me, because you can't laugh at something like that. It's just preposterous to laugh at someone that's had an apprehended domestic violence order put on them. The mediator, funny enough, couldn't laugh anymore when I had explained that although I have an apprehended domestic violence order against myself for the same events and allegations, the mother was the one that was charged. Here's where the mediator stopped laughing. So I was automatically just stereotyped and became a little laughing matter at that point of time. And when I stated that the mother had been charged, the mother jumped up and said, "No, I haven't been charged. You're the one that got charged, and that's why the apprehended domestic violence order was put against you." And I said, "That's not true. And we have the documents in the family court, and they will clearly show you that you're the one that got charged. Although you didn't get convicted, you're the one that got charged for the same matter. Don't you remember you went to court for that matter?" And this is where the mother was totally shocked and understood that she was the one that was charged. And I clearly stated that I've never been charged in my life. The mediator freaked out. It's like, oh no, this is different. This is not what I hoped for. I was being assertive. Why was I being assertive? I think I was being assertive. It's because of this is the type of person I have become. I've become an assertive person. I wasn't as assertive in the past, but with meeting people in Mgtow and exchanging experiences and learning about multiple things, whether it be female nature, male nature, psychology, statistics, knowing how pretty much men suffer a great deal, how we're not really cared for nor catered for. No one really gives a shit about men. When you start learning about these things and you have a grasp on things and you can get your mind wrapped around that and realize where you really are in this universe, it does make you assertive. Because if no one's going to fight for you, you know that you have to fight for yourself. If no one's going to fight for your kids, you know you're going to have to fight for your kids. So I'm lucky I have you guys. I can't underestimate, I can't say that enough, that men, especially men that are going through the hard yards, like myself, there are other brothers out there that are going through this as well, that are in the manosphere, the Mgtow sphere. We are lucky that we have men like yourselves. We have each other. It's made me more assertive, because I know that you guys have my back, and that's why I have your back. This really came out yesterday in this room where these predators lay. That's what they are. They're predators. They are preying on myself, and they are preying on my children. You have to go with the flow. You have to, and when I say go with the flow, you don't have to go with the gynocentric flow. And believe it or not, that's a word that I actually brought up in the mediation room, because the mother was not happy about the fact that I had uploaded that song. She brought it up in the mediation room that I have uploaded that song, Blood on Their Hands. Blood on Their Hands is a song that I've put together for fathers going their own way. It's in my account. I'll probably even post a link as well if you guys are interested, if you guys haven't watched it, to see which video clip I'm referring to, one of my songs. And she's like, "I want you to take that song down. It's no good. It's wrong." And she's geeing up these predators to come and hunt me, pretty much. Funny enough, the mediator got up and she said, "I want to know more about this song. can you tell me about this song? This is not the job of a mediator. This is not the job of a negotiator. But that's exactly what happened, because we're here to mediate regarding the future. We're not here to talk about the past, but that's okay. Now, this is where the mother, instead of allowing me to respond to the mediator, the mother jumps in and says, oh, he says at the end of the song things like, she wasn't really clear, but she was trying to make me sound like I'm attacking, whether it be the family court, attacking law, attacking the people that work in these type of agencies, administrations, corporations. She was saying, oh, come with me, go, as in the father was saying to the children in this song, come with me, and he said it 3 times. I say to the kids in the song, remember, it's just a song, come with me and experience the world with colour. Come with me and experience the world with colour. I don't say it 3 times. I don't even know if I say it twice. At the end of the day, it's just a song. Music is an art form. It's exactly what I was explaining to the mediator. And she still wanted to know who I was directing this song to. Now, I told the mediator that my children's names are on the apprehended domestic violence order. I mean, not only is my name there so I can, by force, under legislation, stay away from the mother. Fair enough, I don't even want to go near the mother anyway. But it's not fair that the kids' names are on the apprehended domestic violence order. And so I've gone to the police. So I'm explaining to the mediator, I've gone to the police, and the police under Section 83 of the Crimes Act, I don't know if it was the Evidence, I think it's the Evidence Act or the Crimes Act, the police need to take the children's names off of the apprehended domestic violence order because I didn't get charged, and it was clear to the police what had actually occurred, and the police had charged the mother for the same matter. So, metaphorically, the police, at the very least, have blood on their hands. I'm a gentleman, we're sitting down, you have to be very careful, your children's lives are on the line, but I'm being assertive. I'm being assertive. A lot of people have blood on their hands, and it's not limited to the police. But this is a song, and it's an art form, and we live in Australia. And as an Australian, I have the freedom of speech. I'm not here to swear at people. I'm not here to cuss at people and put people down. I mean, that's different. That's not freedom of speech where you approach someone and you swear at them and you go off at them, and that's a different ball game. I'm just talking about plain and simple opinionated speech, whether it be a song, whether it be a poem. At the end of the day, that's all a rap song is anyway. It's poetry. I thought the mediation would actually go a lot better, because I didn't expect the mother just to walk in there and just start off with blatant lies. I mean, I haven't sat down and spoken to her the way I did yesterday in the mediation room for over 2 years. Now, I didn't expect her just to start off lying. Oh, he used to drink, he used to do this, he used to... Like, oh my God, not again, man. I'm over this. I am so grateful that I am away from you. You don't understand how happy I am to be away from you. I'm so happy I'm single. I'm actually free. I don't even want to be in this room. I just have to be in this room. Now, it's good that the independent children's lawyer pretty much stopped her right there and said, look, we're not here for that. We're here about the future. And the psychiatrist pretty much said that you don't really have that much of an opinion, because especially when it comes to your daughter, due to the fact that you sort of pose leading questions at her and manipulate whether or not she wants to see her father. So he saw where she was trying to get at using these false allegations again. I mean, whatever. Just so tired of it. When I started off this specific video, I was talking about how some people might get offended, and like I said, it's not about offending anyone. Yesterday, the mother came in, she was wearing a cross. She's never wore a cross in her life. I mean, I don't care what she wears. She can wear whatever she wants. But to show men how females change. When I first met the mother of my kids, I pretty much got her out of the streets, got her out of the gutter. She had no proper place to live. I feel sorry for her. That's how the relationship pretty much started. I didn't know what red flags were. And coming from a traditional background, religious background, you pumped all this information and it causes you to become a person that is completely influenced. I mean, not totally as in absolute, but a lot of influence from religion, from tradition, from your current, your immediate social surroundings, and what have you. Now, all these elements are blue-pilled elements, unfortunately, and they cause a man to have a lot of empathy that is unlimited. It can be unlimited. A lot of people might say that that's someone that's altruistic. Okay, altruistic, but altruism, I don't think so, because I've come a long way. You get manipulated. You get sucked in. They know the game. These girls, these females, man, they know the game. Even my sisters know the game. They know they can screw over their man whenever they want. So she's wearing a cross in the mediation room, and she's making sure I can see it. I come from an Islamic background, and a lot of you guys probably don't know that when I used to go to see my kids, she used to feed, as in she used to pack the kids. I'll just wait for this car to go. So she would pack my kids. She would pack my kids' lunch, and in the lunchbox she would put ham and pork products. You all know when you come from an Islamic background, you don't eat that kind of stuff. I watched my children eat ham, and there's nothing I can do about it. And this is also the same mother of the children. They used to teach my daughter how to pray, and I have the video showing the mother showing my daughter how to pray. Now, I respect all faiths. I respect all religions, even atheism, man. I respect atheism. I respect whatever you believe. I really don't care for whatever it is that you believe, in the sense where I respect it, but I don't care what it is. You choose to do what you want to do. But it's not right when someone can get away with stuff like that. This would be the same thing if a Hindu parent was to strip the children away from the father, and after a year or two, causing him to watch his kids eat beef. See, this is where, as a man going his own way, you sort of respect men. You respect men irrespective of what background they come from, because you all feel the same pain, you all feel the same hurt. This could be a Jewish man. And his kids could be getting fed pork against his will, and he has to watch it, and he has to put up a smile while they are eating that product that he, in his culture and tradition, don't accept. Now, this was also brought up in the mediation yesterday. It was brought up in the mediation yesterday, to the shock of the mediator, me being the assertive person that I am now. I said I am an agnostic. And this is where the mother became furious and started shaking her head. I mean, if it was caught, she would have probably got done for contempt. The children's lawyer looked at me, for a moment there as well. And I said, if anything, I'm atheistic. So, for some reason, this infuriated the mother furthermore. Now, it's all about control at the end of the day. Just trying to play on my emotional strings. It's not working. I don't care what the kids eat. They're just kids, for crying out loud. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even have a bloody clue. But you guys that work in the family court, you guys have a clue. You guys know what is going on. And it's wrong. It's a violation. It is a complete breach of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. And you guys know that this is wrong. And it's not only happening with me, this is happening to men worldwide. Worldwide. One other thing that the mediator did, that just to show you how misandric they are. So she's looked at me and she said, this is when we're negotiating times and dates in the year, holidays, Christmas, Easter, and what have you. Oh, you know, in the holidays, you're going to be busy at work. It's going to be very tough for you, so we'll leave. I think maybe it's best for the children to stay with their mother at that time, just to make it easy on you, and words to that effect. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, rip a handbrake. Take it easy. I don't revolve around work. Work revolves around me. I have all the time in the world for my kids. I have no issue, and I want to spend the full time, the full holidays I want the children to spend at my house with me, and stuff like that. And the mediator was like, oh, okay. And whatever happens in that mediation gets put into writing, and at the end of the day, you got to sign it. So it's pretty much sealed in concrete. They don't care. They don't care. Stay away from marriage. Stay away from marriage. It will destroy you. I mean, you won't have kids, even if you impregnate who you think is your wife, and she delivers the kids, and you think they're your kids. When they're stripped away from you, you'll understand what I'm saying. I don't want to say this in words, because you can't put it in words. You don't have kids. You won't have kids. They won't be your kids. And, you know, they talk about shared parenting. I mean, they're going to give you all the responsibilities with no authority. It's pretty much what happens. That's how it goes down. That's the first thing that gets put on the order, on the court order. So, yeah, you know, like, you're a parent, pay up. You know, pay up. It's all about money. I don't want to keep blabbering on. That's what happened anyway. So, thanks for listening, guys. And hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.